The tourism sector took a battering at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, having a huge impact on the economy. But now it continues to show signs of ongoing recovery. From January to March this year, the country saw around 2.4 million tourists, a significant increase from the same period last year. Now, this is not only looking good for the country, but the continent as well. So let's have this conversation now. Patricia de Lille is the Minister of Tourism. Minister, thank you so much for your time this evening. I mean, it's it's a positive development, especially for a country that needs good news and also some green shoots. But what can we attribute this growth to?
Well, we've certainly seen a robust growth, and tourism contribute substantially to the growth of our economy and to job creation. In January to December 2023, we've seen about 8.5 million visitors to our country, of which 6.5 million came from the continent. And then in the first, from January 2024 to March now, we've seen another growth of over 2 million. Part of the growth is led by Ghana. And we attribute the growth from Ghana that we have been able in November 2023 to agree to a visa waiver for Ghana up to 90 days. And with the direct flights between Accra and OR Tambo, it has just assisted us to get more tourists to come to South Africa. So we're very grateful for our African brothers and sisters that continue to support South Africa. But we've also seen major growth in Asia, Middle East, and China. We've seen an 82% growth from China. And so South Africa remains a destination of choice. Obviously, we must not rest on our laurels. Next week in Durban, we have got the Africa Travel Market, and about 20 countries from the continent will attend, so that we all put our heads together to market Africa as a continent to be, and the tourist offerings that are available in the continent. So we are very happy with the growth. We are now beginning to exceed our 2019 figures. And I just want to thank all the people, the whole value chain of the tourism sector, including our many people working in hotels and restaurants. It is because of them that we've been able to build brand South Africa. And the people love South Africans. They always tell me how friendly our people are, and Ubuntu, and how we make them feel at home. So I can see a bright future for growth of tourism if we continue to work together with our African brothers and sisters from the continent.
And of course, it takes one leaving the country to realize how important and how heartwarming a smile from a South African, really is. But let's look at, the Africa Travel Indaba as well, because this is not only a platform for, finding ways and innovative ways to then be able to draw more visitors. But at the same time, there are also some important relationships that really must be built out of that.
Yes, definitely. We are very pleased to announce that more than 18 African countries have already confirmed to attend. They bought some space, to promote their own destinations. But overall, all of us are promoting Africa as the continent. We have got buyers from more than 52 countries around the world. We have a number of media, local media, international media that will be descending on Durban for 3 days. And it's sold out, for the first time, the Travel Indaba sold out. And from the department side, we have sponsored more than 120 SMMEs to also attend. So we pay for accommodation, the travel to Durban. We get some space for them on the floor to promote their own establishment. We mentor them. And so also a lot of small towns and townships and villages will also be at the expo, just to show that South Africa's got more to offer than just Table Mountain and safaris.
And of course, it's quite an important support, that boost there for these small businesses, because they do need it, given some of the impact that they felt. So I wonder then how, during these conversations that you'll continue to have around this sector, how are you navigating through some of the concerns around infrastructure development, or the lack thereof in some parts, as well as high levels of crime?
From the Department of Tourism, we support infrastructure maintenance and repairs, and we have got about 29 projects around the country where we assist municipalities and provinces to upgrade their tourist establishments. We have got a master safety plan that we're working together with the private sector. There's a very good relationship between the private sector and the public sector now. And next week, it will be again an opportunity to show not only the beauty of our country, but what we have got to offer. And, we've seen growth from the European markets too, from the American markets, from Saudi Arabia. It's also growing very steadily. And it's for us not to become complacent and to continue to aggressively market our country, because we face stiff competition from Tanzania, from Egypt, from Ghana. But in the end, we're all working together for the sake of our continent.
And it's really heartwarming to hear how the continent is pulling together. Thank you so much, Minister, for your time. And looking forward to more conversations when we talk about the travel in Durban. It will be interesting to see the visitors who come to our country. It's a pleasure. And that is Patricia de Lille, the Tourism Minister.